Hi, it's Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style. So, topic today is why more shopping is not the answer to your wardrobe woes. Often we think, and I know people have often said to me that they're worried that I'll just tell them they need to go shopping to fix their style problems if they join one of my style programs. And the answer is actually no. And in fact, I really insist people don't shop for some time until they have a style education, because until you've got that, you're just going to continue to make shopping mistakes. And there are actually 13 different mistakes I commonly see when shopping that are the reasons why you have a wardrobe full of clothes and nothing to wear. They're the reason that it's just not working for you. And there's different types of shoppers and different mistakes they make. And I go through all 13 in my new masterclass, How to Confidently Select Clothes that feel flattering, so that you can go out and buy a great wardrobe, but not until you have the right sort of style education. Because so much of shopping comes down to, and bad decisions comes down to some what I call magical thinking. And this is where we think, if I just find the right garment, like somewhere out there in one of the stores is the perfect garment. It's the garment I've been looking for. It's the garment that's going to fix all my problems. It's going to make all my outfits work together. It's going to make those things that I never wear in my wardrobe suddenly work. Because quite often we have things in our wardrobe we really don't wear, and we don't know why we don't wear them, but we think I just haven't got the right thing to wear with it. When in fact, that is not the answer. And in fact, trying to go out and buy something extra to make those garments worse is just throwing away good money after bad. So really thinking about shopping is something we don't want to do until we actually know what we want to buy, because retailers are doing a lot of tricky things and sneaky things to make us want to buy. And it's also human nature to want to buy. Like, I really believe we still have that ancient hunter-gatherer in us. So when we do go out shopping, we feel like we have to bring something home for our efforts, that we have to actually, bring home, the bacon as such, so that we are, feeling like that the time and energy we spent going shopping has come, to be a useful and valid thing to do. And, this is the thing, is if we don't know what we really need, if we haven't even identified our wardrobe gaps, if we don't know what actually works for us, we can get into all sorts of different shopping mistakes. And many of our shopping mistakes can be related to self-esteem and self-worth issues. From, well, I'll only buy off the sales rack because I don't really think I'm worth anything more than that. You may not think that out loud, but somewhere deep inside that may be a message that you've had. And I certainly know that it's a message I had deep down when I looked into my past messages earlier on in my life. Or it could be, it's I'm worth it. We've been told that we're worth it, so I should spend the money on this thing. Yet we bring these things home and they don't really get worn, and we don't know why. In fact, research shows that we, generally don't wear half of what we buy. And this is because we don't know that we are buying the right things. Now, when I first became an image consultant, I was really excited because I thought, I love shopping. I've always loved shopping. Now, I used to buy a lot of handbags because you never feel fat in handbags, and shoes as well, because I had feet that were at that time fairly easy to fit. It wasn't like now with all my bunions and I can't wear a heel and all those sorts of things. It was much easier in those days when I was young to find the right, some shoes that fit and a handbag that fit. Now, I had an outsized bust, which meant I found tops really, really hard to fit. But I enjoyed the process of shopping, and I enjoyed going out and the stimulation in the environment. And the reality is shopping gives us a dopamine hit. And dopamine is one of those feel-good chemicals that we have in our body. And so when we buy something, we actually get this dopamine hit. So quite often, if we are shopping for the wrong reasons, it's because we are feeling like we need a dopamine hit. A dopamine hit also comes when we finish a task or we achieve something. It's one of those hormones, or even if we eat a bit of chocolate cake. Apparently gives us a dopamine hit. There are lots of other ways to get the dopamine hit that are actually much healthier or, waste less money than shopping for clothes when we don't know what we are looking for. But it is one of those things. It's a task-related hit that we finish a task of some sort or other. We feel like we've achieved something, and off goes a little dopamine. But sadly, it doesn't last. And then we can get those clothes home and then they sit there and we kind of like go, why is it that we loved it when it was in the store, but when we get it home into our wardrobe, we don't love everything in our wardrobe? And it's because we've made some poor decisions. And those poor decisions come from the lack of having a style education. But if you don't know what it is that's your little kryptonite, that's what's your difficulty, and I've got 13 of these different things, different mistakes we commonly make, and we don't make all of them, but we may make a few of these, that if we can identify where our pitfalls are, it's so much easier to catch ourselves and to not make those same mistakes again than if we don't even know that, if we're doing it unconsciously. So if you've ever thought that there may be some sort of magical item out there for you and that maybe shopping, will fix your wardrobe woes, it won't. Not until you have the style education you need, you've identified your wardrobe gaps, and you know exactly what it is that you're after. Then the shopping can actually be great when you actually find the right garment, but you're also empowered to say no to everything if there is nothing that's right out there for you. You become so much more discerning, and discernment is a wonderful thing to have learned how to be. So I'd love to invite you to watch my new free masterclass, how to confidently select clothes that feel flattering, so that you can get a new level of discernment, so that you don't shop and you're not overtaken by all the little tricks the retailers are doing to make you buy, and so that you can really start to build a wardrobe of your dreams rather than one of your nightmares. So I'll pop a link in the comments, and I would love to see you in the masterclass. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.